I've been debating whether or not to actually make this video because it will have the potential effect of looking like it's just kind of hitching its tail to this bandwagon, this trend bandwagon. But the thing about it is I just want to share my, I guess, sorrow over the loss of Stanley. I was in bed just napping because I didn't get much sleep last night, and I see a text message on the WhatsApp group from my friends, and they say that Stanley passed away. And it's one of those things where it's like, you knew it was coming for a while. He's older. He was older, but it still hits you hard. It still hits you like, damn, like that's crazy that this person who's contributed so much to our culture, has had such a profound effect on our culture, is gone. This person who's created so many beloved characters, so many amazing stories, which have then been translated into movies that are loved, is just gone. And it hurts. Even if you didn't know him personally, it hurts. And I think we all collectively feel that. Anyone who's really, fallen in love with his characters, his stories, who loves seeing his cameos like I do, yeah, it hurts. He's almost like a pseudo comic book dad in a way that's gone, and yeah, that's crazy. I remember the very first time I learned of Stan Lee was when I was a little kid, and there was this VHS tape. There's two VHS tapes I bought for X-Men. They were black covers, and they had signatures on them, and the one that stood out to me was Stan Lee's name. And I was like, who is this guy? It's such an interesting name. I thought he was Asian when I first saw his name, because I associated the name Lee with Bruce Lee. And then I pop in the tape, and at the very beginning of the tape is this introductory conversation between Stan Lee and these three other people who worked on comic books. And Stan Lee was talking about the importance of X-Men for our culture, what it means about racism and sexism and all that stuff. And it was a very interesting conversation. And I mean, that was one of the tapes. I don't remember what the other conversation was for the second tape, but it was still cool nonetheless to see this conversation as a kid. It was a very, grown-up conversation for a kid to watch. In any case, several years later, I was 19, and I was walking up the street with my girlfriend at the time and my friend. We were going up to my friend's apartment, and he lived right outside this night bar thing. And Stan Lee came out with some friends. And at that time, like, a few people, when I say a few, I mean, like, there are millions, but, like, not like today. Fewer people back then knew who Stan Lee was. He wasn't as ubiquitous. I knew who he was. And so I was shocked. Like, my friend didn't know who he was, and my girlfriend didn't know who he was. I was like, that's Stan Lee. And I was so nervous. I was so shocked. I couldn't say anything. And he greeted someone who had the balls to come up and say hello and shake his hand. I wanted to shake his hand or get a photo. Back then, cameras didn't always have, phones didn't always have cameras. But, like, I wanted to interact with him. I was just too nervous. I didn't know what to say. You're Stan Lee. Oh my gosh, can I shake your hand? And it's like, so I didn't say anything. And he walked by me, and for years I regretted not interacting with him for that moment. Interacting with this guy who has created so many things, that these characters that are so interesting and so cool, and it's, yeah. And anyway, it's crazy that such a profoundly important person has now passed away. And, rest in peace, Stan Lee. And my sympathies go out to his family and to all of his fans of his work, who know how important he is. Yeah, I got nothing else to say, but to all of you guys who feel that loss, I feel your loss with you. It hurts. And today I'm wearing this shirt again. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. And I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day. You know, when people pass away, a lot of times celebrities pass away, it ends up in this like kind of. I remember seeing some celebrity pass away, and there was like this. It was in a Facebook cycle, and it's just like a Facebook feed rather, and it just kind of passes, it just moves on, and people forget the next day. It's just kind of this fleeting thing, and I think Stan Lee is one of those people, kind of like Robin Williams, where you're gonna feel it for a while. You're gonna feel it for quite a while, and it's just crazy. Like, anyway, I got no words left for this. Yeah. You guys take care, be healthy, hug your friends and family, be safe. Peace out.